Okay. Hi. You'll come say Dad show? Come on, come do the open with me. Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Saturday edition, a game day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. If you need a roof, you call Parish. A Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com. Go this way. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. All of our great sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube and tagged on Facebook. Okay, y'all, game day, LSU, Florida. Let me know how we feeling. How you feeling this morning? How you feeling? Tigers need to get right game here. I think they get it. Tiger Diver. What's the money line parlay? All right, Tiger Diver. Here are our plays for the day. Right out the chute there, bud. Your money line parlay is Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, SMU, South Carolina, and Boise State. Good this way. The other plays from Phil Steele: Arkansas plus 13, Colorado minus 11, Clemson minus 12. Tulane, Notre Dame. Why do we have Notre Dame and SMU in the parlay? Well, I guess to probably knock the number down. Notre Dame, SMU, Nebraska, South Carolina, Boise, Wisconsin, and the Tennessee-Georgia under. Those are our plays today. Okay. I like the Tigers today. Picked them 30-24. Florida is down 5 defensive starters, including 4 defensive backs and a starting linebacker. They're also out there starting right guard in this game, and DJ Lagway's playing hurt. If you can't go on the road and control this game, that is a big problem. So I know LSU's defense has their issues. Go this way. I don't think playing at Florida is ever easy. And Florida, to their credit, has played with a good amount of energy. They got walloped last week by a better team, a really good team. But they went to Jacksonville and played Georgia toe-to-toe for 55 minutes. And that was even after Lagway got hurt in the second quarter. So if LSU can keep, the big difference with Georgia and LSU this year, obviously, is Nussmeier and the receivers. Georgia, as everybody's talked about, maybe down on the skill guys a bit this year. If you can keep Nussmeier upright, those receivers can make hay in that secondary. So go out today and get going offensively and tee off a little bit on a quarterback who's basically got a bum wheel. So get that win, then come home and see if you can beat Vandy in Oklahoma and have some things fall your way. Okay, y'all, let's say some good mornings here. Please smash that like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Kelly Gross, good morning. ATX, let's go. Tiger Diver, Bubba Smith, Jacob Thompson, good is sweet. Good morning, Matt. Let's go beat by you, Billy. I've been thinking, do you think Nuss will transfer with Underwood coming in? No, I don't. Good is sweet. I will tell you this, and this is something worth watching. I would say Nussmeier, his current NIL deal through the collective, right? And every player on LSU's team gets something through the collective. Nussmeier is probably the lowest paid starting quarterback in the SEC. If he's not the lowest, he's bottom 3. I would comfortably say bottom 3. So it'll be interesting for Nussmeier because he'll have some options. Does he go pro? Does he hit the portal and try to go do a Dylan Gabriel this year? 5th-year player, go make a bag somewhere because someone will pay him because he's a 5th-year player who will have started a full season in the SEC. Or it's come back to LSU, get a better NIL offer, which I know the collective will make it far more appealing for him next year to come back. But you have Bryce Underwood coming in. So, and Underwood will be the highest paid player on the team without even taking a snap. So how does that sit? Don't know, but what you got to do. Tristan, 38-10 Tigers. Please, that would be amazing. I just don't believe this team's going to have an easy game. Randy, good morning. Bill Fleck, Tigers by 9. Good morning. Sean Garland, make defense great again. Can you give us your favorite crypto projects and who you follow to get your crypto info? So I will tell you, Sean, I have a couple of moon bags, all right? But by and large, I have been DCAing for 3 years on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. XRP is my big one. Go this way, and if you haven't seen, XRP is up 30% today. And I would go this way. Okay, go away. XRP is the one that I am most bullish on, especially with Ripple's court case ending. As soon as that court case ended, I started loading up. So suffice to say, today's a really good morning to look and see XRP up 30% today. It's like, oh, okay. It's a nice day. And when you look at projections, like XRP right now is I think today I saw this morning is like $1.20. I've been buying XRP since it was 15 cents. So good day for sure. But when you look at the long-term prospects of XRP, I mean, there are projections that have XRP by the year 2040 getting to $400, which I think is doable. So that's when you look at, all right, what are you looking for? Are you looking just to maximize profits in this bull run, or are you looking to actually hit your moon bags? So, and then the other one that I have like a moon bag on is Telcoin. If that hits and works, it has the opportunity to be a modern day, Western Union type, or I guess Western Union, or I don't know. I'm not that old to have you ever used Western Union. I like Dot, and I have a bag of Dot. So I don't have like all these poo coins and just tons of them. I probably have 7 to 10 that are my that I hold. Huddle. Go this way. Projects that I like, that I'm committed to, and that I Drew. Go this way. Roll Tide 99. Any word on what happened to yesterday's AFR? Good morning, period. When you have a minute, can you please get the AFR stream from yesterday reinstated? Period. Thanks. So we play Green Onion. I feel like I got to explain this every week now. And thank you for reminding me. But whenever we play licensed music, go this way. Please go. Can you go by the mommy? Okay. We play the Ask Ryan music, Green Onions, and that gets flagged, and that's why they take the stream down. So it's a few clicks, you get it reinstated, and it just mutes that part of the stream. So that's what's been happening. Jesse, good morning. Ryan, good morning. Love this week of games. See you later, Gators. This week of games stinks, man. There's not a lot of meat on the bone. Club, what's good? We need Go This Way t-shirts. Hey, Xander, good morning. Abner Neo, good morning, Matt. I must say we're blessed to have you hosting Locked on LSU. I've seen your joint show with the other host. Thanks, you're a pro. Thank you, Abner. I appreciate it, man. I think all those guys on Locked On, do a good job. I will say that, I mean, the difference is I've been doing sports radio and content around LSU for 20 years. So I kind of have a little bit of a head start on a lot of the guys that are doing Locked On. But the network's great. And all those guys are super nice, and I love to be able to do it. So, but thank you, Abner. Very, very kind of you. Appreciate everybody for listening or watching the Locked On LSU when you can. Rex, good morning. God's Green, good morning. Jesse, think the Saints get the win tomorrow? I picked Cleveland. Cleveland coming off the bye. Go this way. And I just don't think the Saints are very good. I think they got a great bump, emotional bump last week, but Young Wei Koo missed 3 field goals. Now one of them was blocked, and you give the Saints credit for that. But oh, look at you in your little game day outfit with your little tiger. Do you want to show everybody your game day outfit? What? With your boots?
It's not really leopard print, but people get mad at this.
Nobody's getting mad at your leopard.
Mad at leopard, but now you're wearing a leopard girl. She getting mad.
Who's mad?
The girls get very mad.
You can show everybody your outfit. Erica's wearing a game day fit. A purple shirt, tiger belt, little necklace. Who got you that necklace?
You did.
Oh yeah. And gold boots. Where y'all going? Oh, so loose. Gold boots.
So bad?
No, you look cute. Okay. Y'all listen for him. Okay. Will Dellinger play today? I don't know. Let me see if I can get that update. Okay. I just sent a text. We'll see about Dellinger. Brad David, good morning. Make me feel good about our defense and offense. Well, the defense has been really good this year at 2 things. They are exceptional at rushing the passer. So LSU is 11th in the country. This is on Locked On LSU today, by the way, if you would go listen to it or watch it. LSU is 11th in the country in sacks, and they average 6 TFLs a game. Go this way. So they're very good at generating pressure. They're also really good in coverage. What they're not good in is run defense, especially with a running quarterback. And I don't know how much DJ Lagway is going to be running today with a bum hamstring. The offense is one of the top passing offenses in the country. So, and Florida is down 4 starting defensive backs. You should be able to move the ball today. Morning this week, Drewski. Bill, what do you think LSU does different on offense and defense? I mean, I don't know. Okay. Kelly said the coaches show Dellinger's out. What? Who is that? Hey. Who is that?
Gordy.
You want to say hi to that show?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi, Dad.
And there he goes. Let's see. Michael Castello, good morning. Ryan, people keep an eye on the Hogs and Horns around noon. That's going to be a scary trap game. Phil Steele picked Arkansas on the points. He said, 3 weeks ago, he would have picked Arkansas for the outright upset, but Arkansas has just been really bludgeoned by LSU and then by Ole Miss. So not so sure about Arkansas anymore. Roll Tide 99, LSU 40-20. God, I would love to see a 40-20 game. Give me an easy game today. Debo, good morning. Shake back. Let's go. Hey, Barry, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get that. I'm with you, Barry. Get that dub. Let's go, man. Good to see you there this morning. Lowell, morning, Matt. Netflix back. Oh, man. So that is a Tyson Paul reference for those that didn't watch the fight last night, if you want to call it a fight. Netflix clearly was not prepared to stream a live event. It was horrific. My stream didn't even start working until the Tyson fight, and it was still choppy and in and out. Missed the whole undercard.
Let's go, please. No, for that. That's a very good goat. Goose way.
Good this way. All right, you're free. Off you go.
Goose way.
Which way?
This way.
This way and what?
That way.
And that way. This way and that way. You can have a hug? You want to come sit at Dad's show? Come sit. Come. Here you go. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, shout out to Brock. Need an orthopedist today, after hours clinic, nights and weekends. Brock and Parrish Construction and Roofing. Do business with someone you know. ParrishBuilt.com. Debo. Lagway is going to be 100%. Feels like it's our luck where this is going to be one game besides Samford that he'll ball out. LSU's better than Samford. They're better than Samford. McKenzie, does Underwood bring an elite running threat? If so, is that something Kelly prefers to have in our offense? Yes and yes. I think in the modern day of college football, clearly it benefits you to have that goody. Henry, good morning, Matt. I think if Perkins came back to LSU, he'd be best suited to move to safety. Haven't heard anyone say that. With his coverage, speed, and skills, he could be the next Jamal Adams. I'll disagree with you there. He's bigger than Jamal at 230. I think is what Harold got up to this year. I think more that star position. Yeah, Jamal 6'1", 213. Harold at 6 foot, 230 that's big for a safety. The star role is probably what would suit him, is what would suit him best. And by the way, I had an interesting conversation yesterday. We are going to keep a very close eye on Harold Perkins, Mason Taylor, and Emory Jones. Suffice to say, there is a really good chance. Let me not overstate it. Those three are. There is a real possibility the three of them return next year. And man, that would be massive. Emory, if he returned, I'm told, would move inside to guard because the NFL wants to see him at guard. Mason Taylor, he would get an NIL bump from the collective, of course, and maybe just wants to play another year of college football, try to win a championship, isn't super money motivated, come back, get better a year, try to win a championship, maybe win the Mackey Award, maybe be a first-round pick. And then same with Harold. Put out a good year of film. So there's a chance you could end up getting those three back. We're going to watch them. Matt, could you tell Mike was walking out last night that he had no business fighting a 27-year-old? Oh, you could tell. Yes. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I think that's what I tweeted last night was congrats to both men on getting. Oh, look at Bill, XRP Army. Congrats on both men for getting your bag. And if you thought that was going to be anything more than it was, that's on you. Y'all, someone asked me here yesterday. I'm like, we talked about with Terrio. It's a 60-year-old man. He couldn't move. 60. He's 60 years old. I'm not saying you got a foot in the grave. God bless him for getting out there and going to do it. But like, he could move. 60. Don. Let's see. Jordy said a coach mentioned Saban golfs for a week in the offseason while Kelly takes 2 months. How damaging could this perception be for Kelly's drive to win at LSU? Not at all. Brian, Matt, LSU's going to struggle again today. Florida's not as bad as that 4-5 record. They'll be fired up. I tend to believe, Brian, that Florida's going to get up. Go this way. That Florida is going to get up, that they're going to play well. They played well against Georgia. The game is sold out. And LSU has deficiencies, as we've seen. I do not believe, however, DJ Lagway is in a position to beat LSU with his legs. And Florida is not great on the outside. There's no Ryan Williams. There's no Trey Harris. There's no great player on the outside of Florida like that. And Montrell Johnson, their best running back who transferred over from ULL, is been injured, may not play today. All right, bring to daddy. Bring to daddy, please.
Then video.
Then videos. Bring to daddy. Thomas, good morning. How's Drew? Much better. Thank you, Thomas. You can tell. I mean, he's feeling much. But we came home from school yesterday. He slept until noon yesterday. His little body needed the rest. So normally I get him up, every day at 7:45, 8 o'clock. He slept till noon yesterday. So he needed it, but he's feeling much better. Jerry, good morning, man. Great to see you there, Jerry. Hope all is going great with you. Okay, Thomas, let's see.
Thank you.
Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down.
See your table.
Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Oh, there we go. All right. Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com. Love to help you out with that free, no obligation roofing inspection. At the risk of using a double negative, there's nothing we can't do as it pertains to your roof. Cortland, Bryce, Hunter, Tony, Stephen Miller, good morning. Jack, LSU is burning. Nope, as we've said before, Jack, LSU is just what they are. 8-9 win program that about every half decade or so pops a big year. And Brian Kelly will do it. Jesse Brown, he excited. Lance, star of the show, making a quick appearance, and he gone. Mackenzie, saw you talking about Durham's PFF pass blocking grade. How bad is a 20 coming from casual PFF knowledge? Okay. So good question. The way that I've explained it, Mackenzie, is if you're looking at a PFF chart, okay, like the best is like dark blue. And then it goes like to lighter blue, to like dark green, to lighter green, to like dark yellow, to lighter yellow. Then it gets like to light. Then once you cross the threshold, it's like light orange, then darker orange, then light red, then like dark red. Dark red is like the worst. He's dark red. It's like, it's 1 to 100. 20, you're like, so Josh Williams, for example, which is why they have Josh Williams in. Oh, there's a lot of Josh Williams. There you go. Josh Williams blocking grade for the season is his run blocking grade is a 70.5. His pass blocking grade, though, this is concerning, is a 34.2. See, this is one of those things that you have an argument to say, why is Josh Williams out there? So now against Arkansas, his pass blocking grade was a 77.4. South Alabama, 78.9. Nichols, 70. USC, 71.9. But against South Carolina, 31. UCLA, 27. Ole Miss, 30. A&M. In the last two games, Josh Williams' pass blocking grade, 35 and 32. So, like, bad. So that's one of those things you look at it and say, look, man, you got Josh Williams out there to block. If his blocking is grading out like that, can you really justify having him out there when Durham is doing just about the same, and but he's a more dynamic player with the ball in his hands. And I'm with you on that. Steven, a lot of questions will be answered this weekend. Coaching players that I'm questioning. Shouldn't take long to figure out if what corrections are made we could practice. Hey, man. If Florida goes out and a quarterback with a bum hamstring goes off on you, back it up. Jack, this is that schmuck that said Bama was burning. Jack, Bama is burning. Bama lost to Vanderbilt. Jack, did you forget that Bama lost to Vanderbilt? Did you forget that Bama lost to Tennessee? Did you forget that Bama was in a dogfight with South Florida on your home field and 5 minutes to go? Did you forget that you needed to survive an onside kick from South Carolina on your home field? Yeah, Jack. Bama is burning, cat. You ain't winning a championship this year? That'll be 4 straight years without it. You ain't winning one next year? That'll be 5. And y'all morons are going to burn that place down. I'm just going to sit back and laugh. I know what LSU is. That's what y'all never understood. Go this way. No saying good morning. Yeah, man. Good to meet you last week, man. Go this way. Locked on Wolverines at 60-40 flipping the quarterback. No. Bryce Underwood. Let me say it this way. I don't know what else I could say on the Underwood thing. Other than Underwood hasn't been to Michigan's campus since July of 23. Michigan's passing offense is 5th worst in the country. Bryce Underwood doesn't want to go to Michigan. He wants to get out of Michigan. All of these things stack in favor of LSU. He's been to LSU's campus 8 times on his own dime, brought his family last weekend, girlfriend, everything. Loves Joe Sloan, all that stuff. The offer that Michigan made, that everybody saw, the $10.5 million, when you break that down, about $270 a year, a little under $270 a year. And actually, that's over 4 years. So you're not really going to get to that 4th year, right? Or he's not anticipating getting to the 4th year. What I'm telling you is what LSU, the LSU NIL offer, go this way, is 7 figures per year. I don't know if anybody said that, but I'll say it. And the gap, I don't make his own decision, but the gap doesn't feel like it's big enough to say, I'm going to look over all of these things, why I love LSU and why I don't want to go to Michigan. That gap isn't big enough. I'm not saying between now and December the 4th, Michigan or somebody else won't come dump a gigantic bag in that kid's lap. But I'll tell you, LSU has room to go higher, even for Underwood if they have to. They're not going to lose Bryce Underwood. I mean, 98.7%. I mean, just to leave the what if wild scenario, but 60-40 Michigan is a pipe dream for Michigan. He hadn't even been to their campus. Did you say Dellinger is out? That's what Brian Kelly said on his coach's show Tuesday. Go this way, or Thursday, excuse me. That fight was elder abuse. I don't believe it was scripted, Debo. I think Paul could have mauled Tyson and knocked him out and didn't, so it went the distance. Go this way. Hey, look, if you were let down by that fight, that's on you. I mean, that means you went in with unrealistic expectations of a 60-year-old man fighting for the first time in a sanctioned bout for the first time in, what was it, a decade? Longer? Like two we would say like 7,000 days. I mean, come on. Best fight were the 2 women. Undercards, I didn't even get to see the undercard. Yeah. Let's see. Andrew, Matt, next time you stream East. Yeah, so one thing that did work was if you took your phone off of Wi-Fi and used your network, Netflix worked on there. So I had my phone up and then it came on. Go this way. All right, they're calling me for Eagle Game Day here in about 6 minutes. So go this way, and I'm going to have to go this way. I'm going to have to go get far away from Drew because he's going to come up to me on the phone while I'm doing an interview 10 times and ask me, go this way. Let's see. Were they trying to create a feel-good moment like the final Rocky movie? Kind of. Actually, they were just trying to get their $20 million. I think, let's see, Jake Paul got $40 million and Tyson got $20 million. Undercard was great. Fish, what's up, man? Michael, Netflix was horrific. Announcing was horrible. Ronald, blessing Drew. Craig, hey, by the way, Craig, you got a shout out yesterday on AFR. I was sad we didn't see you yesterday here on Morning Scone, but you got a shout out yesterday on AFR. Stephen Miller, Signetti agreed to an 8-year contract. Do you see him coaching in the SEC before then? Stephen, I would love to see the buyout of the 8-year deal. That's what I would want to see. And think about what jobs might be open that would be more appealing. Apparently Florida's not coming open. I think there's a real chance Arkansas is open. Something John Neighbors told me before the season is don't be surprised if Sam Pittman retires after the season. So I think Arkansas could be open. I think Stoops has always had a wandering eye, kind of looking for that escape hatch. Does he leave Kentucky? Don't know. Tomorrow Sunday. Okay. I'm not answering your question. Do I think Kurt Signetti would stay at Indiana for the duration of the 8-year contract? Probably not. Is it in the SEC before then? I don't know that I could say that definitively. Perkins not a thumper. Christian, that's why I don't want him at off-ball linebacker. I think we can all appreciate Tyson was able to get in the ring one more time and get through without getting hurt. Otherwise, sad to watch. Mark, LeBron, Anthony Davis, or Nola tonight against the Pelicans. Yeah, man, that's the one I'm looking for. Stipe against John Jones tonight is going to be awesome. Cortland, worry about Nuss's protection. Nuss comes back for senior. Very good possibility. John Emery. Need to check in with John to see how he's doing. Brad, do you think Indiana was too quick to extend Signetti after one good year? No, because they've literally never had a year like that. When you have someone that so quickly turn you around at that degree of success, and there are going to be poachers, you do what you can to protect yourself and try to keep him there. Like, keep in mind, Indiana is a place where if you won 7 games every year for those 8 years and kept getting to bowl games, you're the greatest coach in the history of that program. Pelicans did win last night. Boudreaux. I think Perkins lost a step by gaining the weight. I don't think he lost a step by gaining the weight. I don't think that was it at all. I think he was playing off-ball linebacker, which is not his position. Need Perkins to be a harder hitter. Winston will be courtside. Okay. Let's see. Craig got a brisket on the smoker. Picked up a fresh News Fresh Market Youngsville 4 Rose barrel. Ooh. I am jealous. 4 Roses barrel pick. By the way, y'all, Supper Club, if you're interested, has a 4 Roses pick as well. And it's magnificent. Highly, highly, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. What bowl game do you have LSU football? Sugar? That I don't think they're going to end up in the New Year's 6. Okay, baby. Lance Richard, good morning. Okay, come on. Rudy's bed. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. He drew one of the cuddle in Drew's bed. Netflix will not be able to handle that's Murder Giraffe. Like, that's the big thing, right? Because they're promoting the game, the NFL game on Christmas. I don't know that NFL game, was it Christmas or was it Black Friday? Was it Christmas or Black Friday? Jonathan, morning, Matt. Bringing my 7-year-old to Baton Rouge for our first LSU home game. Where can I find a schedule of events? Love to have a full game day experience. Yeah, man. So on Fridays, LSU does release the times of interest. So like the time the team marches down the hill, the time the band marches down the hill, all that sort of stuff. So that'll be published. Everything else, kind of depends what you want to do. You could bop around different tailgates. You could, they have the Bud Light fan zone right there in front of the PMAC. That sort of hub, if you're around the stadium, you'll have a ton of stuff going on there. Kendall Jones, good morning. Cortland, is Frazier out? Not that I've heard about Frazier, but I can check. Let's see, picking back that question, is it Wilson or Sloan that's in charge of multiple running back rotations in the game? So that is Frank Wilson. Frank Wilson's the one that sends the running back in. And obviously there's times where BK or Sloan could say, hey, like, give me Durham here. And they'll put him in. But Frank's the one that chooses how they run it, how they rotate the backs. And he did that back when Les was here too. Lance, what's a perfect PFF grade? What's the worst possible grade? 100 and 0. I mean, it's from 0 to 100 is the grade. Matt, I saw where some say Bitcoin will be at 3 million by 2035. That happens, I'm retiring at 42 and living my best life. I don't know that Bitcoin gets to 3 million by 2035. I think not only is that ambitious, I think that's unrealistic. You never know, and you do have a pro-crypto president that'll be inaugurated in Trump. I do believe we will have a U.S. digital currency, which why wouldn't we? God, I mean, just think about how that would help with inflation and not needing paper money and controlling the supply of your currency. Anyway, like we're talking, I'm sure, over a lot of people's heads, but I believe we will have a USDC, but and should. But Bitcoin is, it's funny. I have a bet with a friend of mine who is a very smart guy, but he might be watching right now. I have a steak dinner bet about if Bitcoin, what happens first? Does Bitcoin get to 1 million or go to 0? And he just doesn't understand, like, that Bitcoin is never going to 0, because as long as you have people that believe in not only digital currency, but in essentially making each person their own sort of sovereign bank and not relying on a federal currency, or like, you will always have people who use and have liquidity in Bitcoin. So it will never go to 0 because there are enough people that believe in its ethos. So it's never going to go to 0. And what you're finding more and more is more people adopting it. And the more we learn about blockchain, because don't get caught up on crypto or NFTs. It's the way that I would say it to you is, it's like, the best way to explain it is like that you would understand is like the internet. When the .com boom happened in the late 90s, like 98, and then the bubble burst, everyone's like, oh, the internet was a fad. No, the internet wasn't a fad. A lot of those websites, a lot of those .coms were, like Ask Jeeves isn't around anymore, but the internet wasn't a fad. The internet fundamentally changed the world. Well, the same thing is true with blockchain. Social media was Web 2.0. Blockchain is Web 3. Like, blockchain, how we use blockchain technology is going to fundamentally change the world. Like, blockchain isn't going anywhere. A lot of people bought NFTs during the boom in the bull market in 2021. And then if you look at the Bitcoin and crypto cycles, you'll see it's a 4-year cycle. And this next year up through the fall of 25 is going to be a lot of fun. And there's going to be a lot of people who get crypto rich again. And then sometime late fall 25, early 26, you're going to see the 98% crash again. And then you'll go through a long bear market, the crypto winter. And then in 2028, we'll start a really fun run again. It's 2 decades now of predictability, like, of what the cycle is. So if you take the time actually to learn it, there's a great opportunity to develop real wealth. So I don't know if Bitcoin goes to 3 million by 2035, but I do believe we will see $1 million Bitcoin. Absolutely, I do. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Chris, morning, Matt. Not sure if you did this already. What's the floor for the LSU men's basketball team? What could their ceiling be? So, Chris, I think they are a floor for this team. I think is NIT. Ceiling, maybe like a 5 seed, but I think chances are they're a tournament. I don't want to say that they're a bubble team because I think they're going to get in, but I think they'll probably be in somewhere around like a 7, 8, 9 seed in the tournament. Jonathan, morning, Matt. Bring my wife in 7 years. Did we read that one? So I think I did read that one. Cortland, it's going to be interesting if Georgia beats Tennessee and Bama doesn't make it to Atlanta. The committee will have to make a decision sorting out Bama, Georgia, Tennessee. Well, now you're also assuming that LSU goes to Atlanta and wins, because if LSU goes to Atlanta and loses, then that clears the deck a bit. That Texas A&M winner would be in as the SEC champion, and then I think the bigger question would be the loser of that Texas A&M game, because then you'd have them, Bama, Georgia, Tennessee. Then things get a little convoluted. Ole Miss. That's when things get really complicated. Roll Tide, nothing Matt has said in Bama is burning is untrue. Matt has an audience who knows that what resonates with. That's true. Nothing I've said. What they don't like is the manner in which I've delivered it, which I understand, but I'm not delivering it for Bama fans. So, but everything I've said is true. You're not going to be as good as you were when you had the greatest coach of all time. That's the core of what I've said. Going to be good. Going to win games. Kalen DeBoer's a good coach, good players. Just not going to be what you were. How's the LSU locker room? Hopefully they addressed taking plays off last week. Yeah, I don't know if Brian Kelly got asked specifically about that Major Burns play that everybody saw. Not that I heard him asked about it or heard it addressed, but my guess is if you actually went and looked at a game film for every game. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to get my bets in for the 11 o'clock games. Shoot. I'm going to have to get going, y'all, so I can do this. They're about to call me for Eagle game day, too. Let's see. Clemson 12. Tulane 7.5. Arkansas 13. I don't love that, but I'm going to ride with Phil Steele because he's good. Colorado's 11.5, 13.5. Oh. All right, we'll roll with it. It was 11. God dog it. Favorites early, dogs late. Okay, I'm locked in on the morning games. Let me see the money line parlay. Money line parlay is Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, SMU. Let's see, Texas, Clemson, Texas, Notre Dame, SMU, Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, SMU, South Carolina, and Boise. South Carolina. South Carolina. Where's Boise? There's Boise. Boise. Boom. It's coming back. That's only coming back at plus 130. Sheesh. Okay. All right. Okay, we're locked in on those. Notre Dame, SMU, Nebraska. Y'all watching me make my bets. Let's see. God, SMU's up to 19. Ugh. Favorites early, dogs late, y'all. love it. Mm-mm-mm. Hello.
What up, Scone?
Hi, Muse.
How you doing?
Good. I'm talking to my morning Scone people.
Okay. So a little simulcast here?
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
I wish I could. Man, if I Bluetooth this through my little board, we might be able to do that too. That'd be fun. Man, Muse, I waited to do my bets. Freaking Colorado's 13.5 now.
I know.
Wow.
I saw it too. I went smaller on it because of it. But I did them when I got up this morning, and it was already through the roof. But
The ceiling is the roof, Muse.
the ceiling is the roof. That's true.
That is true.
It's very, very true.
Glad to see y'all are on time today.
Well, yeah, we do have that, right?
No, you don't.
Don't have time. All right, you ready?
Yep. Here we go.
All right, hold tight.
Okay.
Here to help with easy, convenient online check-in, virtual visits, or walk-in care. When you
Do y'all want to?
feel better faster at Lake Urgent Care.
You want to listen to this?
In and around Baton Rouge, open 7 days a week
I
with
gotta
extended hours and no appointment necessary.
I gotta go so I can do this interview. I don't think I could. Well, maybe I could do it how y'all can hear it. Hang on. Let's see if I'll hold it up.
Looking for an exciting career? Guarantee Media is hiring. GuaranteeMedia.com is the open position and apply today.
All right. Brad, Torque, Charlie, Michael. Good morning, y'all. Cortland.
Eagle 98.1. Eagle 98.1 game day. Further review on game day. After further review is heard weekday afternoons at 3 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Now from AFR, here's Matt Moscona.
The Bears countdown to kickoff 3 hours and 30 minutes before LSU and Florida tangle in Gainesville as we get the 11 o'clock games kicked off right now. Matt, good morning. How are you?
Hey, guys. Good. How are y'all?
Fantastic. Ugly game in Baton Rouge last week for LSU. So now we got to talk about, before we talk about any X's and O's, we got to talk about mindset. Okay, a lot of the goals are at the very best on life support. So what mindset, attitude, what kind of bounce back are you expecting from LSU today?
I think, I think over the years, one thing that I've definitely learned is players look at things differently than fans do. I think that's true in recruiting. I think it's true as the season goes along. And different players have different motivations. Some guys are putting out good tape for the NFL. Some guys would be getting their first opportunity to play, want to get better. But by and large, man, when you tee it up and kick it off, everybody wants to go play well at Florida today. I think the bigger question is, how did the week of preparation go? Were they locked in? And we're not there to see it. But by all accounts, I mean, they have a very real path still to the SEC championship. So it would be very disappointing if LSU went out today and played very poorly.
There also seems to be a real edge for LSU in the pass game against what Florida's got in the secondary, given the personnel today. Now, in a perfect world, you'd like to say, hey, you get balance and, that's all wonderful to say. But I'm of the opinion that LSU's not going to just discover a running game today. So this is a little bit on Nussmeier again. And for him, it's going to be about limiting the mistakes. What do you expect out of the quarterback?
Yeah, I agree in the run. Look, with a 9-game sample, like, you are what you are. And LSU's a team that's not very good at running the football. Now, Caden Durham, I think, has the potential to be special and at times has popped this year. And maybe he does today. But Florida is without 4 starting defensive backs. Jason Marshall and Devin Moore, their 2 starting corners, they're out. Asa Turner and Jakeem Jackson have already been ruled out. Triquez Bridges, who's a safety, is moved to cornerback. Cormani McClain, who's a transfer from Colorado, is getting the start today as well. Like, they're a mess. Florida's a mess in the secondary. And LSU, the one thing that, again, through a 9-game sample, we know they consistently can do is throw the ball and keep Nussmeier upright. So if the offensive line keeps Nussmeier upright, they should be pretty good today at throwing the football.
Let's flip sides. We know about hamstring injuries. We know how they linger. We know about how long it takes. Most of them, they're not all the same, to heal. We saw DJ Lagway go off on a cart 2 weeks ago. Ordinarily, I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs, hey, guys, learn how to defend a quarterback run because you haven't for the last 2 weeks. But, man, I'm just not convinced that guy can go out there and move very much. I think Florida's in a spot where they know if Aiden Warner goes out there, he's simply overmatched. It's not his fault. He's just not an SEC quarterback. He's a walk-on that was there in case, of an emergency. Well, they had an emergency. I think Lagway's out there going at significantly less than 100%.
We know a lot about hamstring injuries if you're a sports fan in Louisiana, especially of the Saints and the Pelicans. I mean, Jose Alvarado, they just put Jose Alvarado on the shelf for 6 weeks with a hamstring injury. I mean, if you mean to tell me that 14 days after DJ Lagway was carted off the field, he's just going to be rip-roaring, I just don't believe it. This feels to me like the Trey Harris situation at Ole Miss. Now, they gave him a shot. They taped him up. He tried to give it a go. And by halftime, he was in sweat sitting on the bench. Listen, I'm not pulling for this young guy who's super talented to be injured or get hurt or anything like that. But I don't know, guys, how he finishes this game. I mean, it's God bless him. He's going to give it a go. But the first time you aggressively plant and test that thing, I mean, we all know it. Like, you don't have to be an elite athlete. We all watch sports. I mean, hamstring injuries linger. The only thing that heals it is time. We saw it with Marshawn Lattimore his whole career in New Orleans. So, I mean, he got traded to the Commanders. He still hasn't played in 2 weeks. So, I mean, no, I think Lagway, they're going to try to protect him, sit him back there and see if he can sling it around a little bit. But I don't think Lagway's feet are what's going to beat you today.
I promised myself I wasn't going to do it, and I'm going to fall into this trap anyway. I know that there is a path for LSU to the SEC championship.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm going to let you go first. Go ahead. Give me your thoughts on that.
So not only is there a path, it's a likely path. Muse will tell you we did this on AFR earlier in the week, and Muse, when I told you, because I sat at my desk, Hanny, and I was like, all right, look, I know mathematically there's a path for LSU, so let me actually write this down. What needs to happen to see how realistic it is? And the more I kept doing it, the more I'm checking my math. Is this actually right? And so, Muse, when I told you the path, what was your thought?
First of all, I was shocked that it was that realistic, honestly, and that they were really still in it. It's doable. You use the word likely. I think that's a great word for it. It's much more likely than I think anyone would have thought coming out of that Alabama game on Saturday. So
there's, if you don't know, here's what has to happen. So LSU has to win out, and they'll be a favorite against Florida, Vandy, and Oklahoma. If Georgia beats Tennessee today, Tennessee now has a second loss. Ultimately, what would happen is it would go to the fourth tiebreaker, which is your cumulative conference opponent winning percentage. So basically, at the end of the season, you would look at LSU's 8 conference opponents and say, what are their win-loss records? You total it up, that winning percentage, boom. Of the tied teams, whichever of those has the highest winning percentage of their opponents, they go to Atlanta. And if Arkansas beats Missouri, LSU would win that tiebreaker, which is stunning. So all you need to have happen is Georgia beat Tennessee and Arkansas beat Missouri. If those two things happen and chalk holds and LSU wins out, you're in Atlanta against the winner of Texas A&M.
All right. Here's my rebuttal. And nothing you just said is not factual. You are 100% grade A+ on the homework here. This is my deal.
Okay.
LSU is not one of the best 2 teams in the Southeastern Conference. I know they're not better than Texas A&M and Alabama. I just watched it.
I agree.
I don't think they're better than Texas or Georgia. I can't prove it, but I don't think they're better than Texas and Georgia. I don't know that they're better than Tennessee. I don't know that they're significantly worse than Tennessee, but I don't know that they're better than Tennessee. I don't think they're better than Ole Miss and South Carolina right now, even though they've beaten those teams. If they were playing them again this week, I wouldn't pick LSU against either team. in my head, God has somebody that handles the football office up in heaven, and he says every now and then, hey, listen, the 8th best team in the SEC is not allowed to go to the SEC championship game.
Okay.
It's just the way it is. This is not always fair, but, and like I said, you laid out the path. It's perfect. I just can't get my head around. LSU is nowhere close to the first two teams in the SEC.
Right.
They
Okay.
there, but right now they're not.
And here,
So
and here's my rebuttal. This is what happens when you have a stupid 8-game conference schedule for a 16-team league, and you ditch divisions. And oh, by the way, when you had divisions, which were also stupid because you were trying to preserve those stupid rivalries that nobody actually cares about other than those fan bases, you ended up in seasons where Missouri, South Carolina went and got blown out in the SEC championship game. And Hanny, I would also mention to you, 2001, my friend, LSU was a 3-loss team that got housed on their home field by Florida, blew a fourth quarter lead on their home field to a sophomore Eli Manning, lost at Tennessee, got the rematch against Tennessee, and won 31-20 with a backup quarterback in Matt Mock in Atlanta, and went and won the Sugar Bowl. So that's why you keep playing the games. And this is the schedule that was set out. And maybe the football gods, if I were to rebut your football god in a heaven argument, maybe the football gods are doing this to say, hey, SEC, because your scheduling system is so stupid, we're going to make life miserable for you. We're going to have the 8th best team make your conference championship game, and a bunch of really good teams aren't going to make the playoff at 6-2. Ha! Fix it, idiots.
Well, you know, hey, listen, heaven takes care of the results. Hell handles the schedule.
Okay, fair enough.
It goes. And then I was at all those games in 2001, so I agree with
It
you.
was so fun.
And on the scheduling, we are in 100% lockstep. By the way, schedule this year, same as next year, except they're going to flip the home and away. So if this does spark some kind of change, all the better. Talk to ESPN, make them pay for the extra games, or screw the SEC when the playoff pairings come out, and you'll get the change that you're looking for. Matt, we got whiskey and wine immediately after LSU in Florida.
Yeah, and the sun will still be up. Well, maybe not, because it gets dark at 5 o'clock, so never mind. The sun won't still be up. So T-Bob will be a vampire either way, and doing all the things that T-Bob does. But yes, T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan Cigar Bar, so as soon as the clock hits 0, we'll be on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube and Facebook if you want to stream us, or come join us over at Don Juan in Town Center.
I read T-Bob's prediction on LouisianaSports.net. He's in a bit of a mood where Florida's concerned, didn't he?
I didn't read it yet, and I don't know that I want to.
He's like, I'm not giving any scores, and they better not help any Florida players up off the ground. You've been warned.
Oh, God. Okay.
Good luck with postgame.
Thanks.
You tell me. All right, thanks, Scone. Appreciate it.
Later, guys. There you go. All right, we're going to get Drew out of his bed, and we got to go watch football and all that stuff. Y'all have an awesome day.